Everybody keeps telling you to find your purpose like it was some assigned path given to you at birth. What if I told you that purpose might be the thing holding you back? Let me explain. My name is Marshawn Robinson. I am a communications major at the University of Ripon College. I'm a basketball player. I am also what I like to call an enthusiast, right? I'm a dreamer. And I juice every moment, right, so that I can give back. And this is my way of giving back, right, by giving you guys some life learned lessons. And for today's conversation, we are talking about purpose. I believe that there shouldn't be a purpose that you're looking for. I believe it's something else that you should be wishing for, right? And here we go with this first analogy. Imagine you in a grocery store, right? You in a grocery store and you're looking through the aisles. When you go into a grocery store, what do you usually come in with? You come in with a grocery list. You say, hey, before I step into here, let me make sure I get this. Let me make sure I get that so that you can complete your fulfillment for when you get back to the crib. You know, you have your fruits, you have your detergent, you have everything. Notice how the aisles have sections, right? You have to go here, you have to go here, you have to go there. There's no store in America that says here's one section and this is everything you need and you don't need to search nowhere else. This is what I compare life to, right? This is what I compare what you call purpose, right? When you're grinding for this one thing that you call purpose and that you believe will give you fulfillment, it won't. The hard truth is it won't, bro. But it's okay that it won't, because now you are a lot more open to anything that comes towards you, right? And the reason I say the things that you believe will work for you won't work for you is because once you get it, you like, what's next? Right? A purpose is just a goal. It's something that you constantly wake up and you love and you try to research and figure out. You asking everybody questions on how you can get closer and closer to this thing that you believe will give you happiness. But this goal that you are going to, that I call purpose, is just temporary fulfillment. The reason being is because life was not set up in a way to have one thing on this earth. If you are a believer in God, if you are in your Bible, or if you are not in your Bible, agnostic, whatever it is, even life shows you that one way does not work. Look around you. Look at the trees, right? If you watching this off your iPhone, look at your phone, right? Now look outside of your phone. Look around you. Look at the buildings, the floors. Does everything look the same? When you understand that one thing will not complete your life, you start to grow, right? It's just like a flower. When it goes out, right? Nobody saw what was underneath the dirt. They didn't see the branches and the leaves that went different paths, right? It didn't just have one root stick straight out the ground and everything looked perfect. No, it went out and it flowed. This is how life wants you to do it, right? And, too many people are living someone else's version of purpose. We have mentors. Mentors are very helpful. You always want to keep them around because they do elevate your life. But when you look at someone else's life and try to compare yours to theirs and say, hey, they were great at basketball, so I want to become an NBA player. I want to do exactly what they did because I believe that will make me purposeful. That's okay. That's a good goal to reach. But don't surround your entire life and let this one thing define you. You're bigger than that, right? I know you're just a small entity in history that will be forgotten quickly. But while you're here, don't make your life about that, bro. Yes, you want to just be. Yes, you just want to live. And yes, you want to be happy. But doing something that someone else has already done is what I would like to call going backwards. Okay. Purpose becomes a trap when you attach your value to it, right? Catching back up what I just said. When you think that this one purpose is going to surround your life and, right, make you be seen by other people, make you feel heard by other people, it sabotages your vision on even bigger things and brighter things. right? We have an example of Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is an esteemed person. I know he's not the most liked person right now, but if you look at his accomplishments and where he came from, right? He worked for everything out of the mud, right? If you do research on him, he opened multiple businesses now, right? And instead of saying, hey, I'm just going to make cars and do Tesla, he branched out to many other things, right? And he's using his platform to help other people, right? He's employing people to get them jobs. This is what I would like to call a directed purpose, right? Allowing that one vision that you did have and flowing it out so that you can let that flower grow, right? Yes, you want to feed this seed of this purpose that you want to accomplish. But okay, once we do that, now we have to let it grow. Now we have to let it reach new heights, right? We don't want to put this in a trap, right? A psychologist did a study. I know they did it on flies. And what they would do is they let all the flies in the jar. A lot of people has probably seen this video or seen clips of this. He left the flies in the jar for approximately 14 days, right? He kept the lid on there and let them be up in there for 14 days. He took the lid off and they all still were bouncing up and down like the lid was still there, right? They thought it was a cap. They thought it was a limitation that, okay, we're here. I touched that top. There's nowhere else to go. They were blind to their future. Peace is greater than purpose, right? Peace is sustainable. Purpose is often unstable and externally defined, because the thing about peace is that once you have it, happiness and bliss is invited into your life. Sadhguru said it best. Sadhguru is an Indian yogi, right? A yogi is what they will call someone who can sit in yogic postures for over 5 hours and meditate and are very wise. And the thing about Sadhguru is he surrounds his entire practice around peace, right? He doesn't believe in purpose, right? And when I studied and understood what he was talking about, I said, hey, this makes sense, right? Comparing myself, as a 21-year-old, I understand now that life is not about basketball. I always surrounded myself around the sport of basketball and said, hey, I see everybody else is doing this. Hey, I see that I can make money off of this. Hey, I see that everybody else made success off of this. Hey, let me do this. I thought that everything was supposed to resolve around basketball. I'm a very good basketball player, and I know that I can make it far with this sport. But once I had the experience to learn from other people and saw fallout stories, right? People going broke, people getting injured. You see all the things that can happen. You start to learn from others' experiences and take them into account for your journey. And this is what I did. This is why I started Marshawn Unfiltered, because I want to give you the unfiltered version of life, right? The real talk that people talk about, but they don't really talk about. And this is one of the things. There is no such thing as purpose. And I know that's a bold statement, but just look at it. Going after one thing doesn't allow you to reach the maximum, right, capacity that your gene and your DNA allows you to. You don't want to stay in this same limited box that your ancestors had already accomplished, right? They did their work. They got you to where you are now. You are born, you are here, right? A person that is fit is someone who is able to survive and reproduce. Okay, can you survive this day and age, and can you reproduce your seed? Can you grow, right? This person that is on this earth for this little duration. People think they need to do more, right? When really they need to be more. The more that you be, it's like a cat, right? If you have a cat, it's someone who likes to sit all day and they just be there peaceful. They love to just be there, right? Compared to someone who has something on their mind 24/7. Hey, I need to go do this. Hey, I need to go make sure I do this, clock in this. They a hustler. I'm a hustler. I do the same thing. I'm always here, right? But I'm purposeful with it. I'm not just chaotically dispending energy. I am purposefully building this energy. So when it is time to expend it, when it is time to grow, right? Let this flower grow. I'm ready. All right. I'm ready. I step up to the plate and there's no hesitation, right? There's a difference between just sitting and sitting while becoming. Your brain is a computer. Let's go over some key words. Hardwired, right? Hardwiring is something that takes what they say 90 days to master something. Your body can master anything in 90 days. It's a supercomputer. Another thing, your nervous system. They call it a system because it's compromised of a bunch of genetic codes, right? Genetic code, another key word. A code is something that a computer does as well, right? A system, computer is a system, right? And when you understand that your body is a supercomputer, okay, now you have to take control, right? When you are allowing this purpose to be a fulfillment of your life, you are outdating your computer because everything, all of your energy is just tied to this one thing. Okay. It's just like becoming an engineer, right? People want to become an engineer, right? It's big, right? It's a growing economy, right? Same thing with trades. And they define their whole life by it. They say, well, I don't know what else to do with life, so I'm just going to become an engineer because it makes a lot of money. That's cool. You're making good money, but what about after, bro? You don't want to look back and have regrets. And this is why having this balanced approach to life, right? Searching for peace rather than purpose allows for flow, allows for movement, flexibility. This life is not stagnant. When wind blows through the trees, the leaves move, right? When rain comes down from the clouds, the dirt gets wet, right? When that dirt gets wet, it sinks into the ground and grows that grass up. Notice how everything is moving. And you should move in the same way. Everything you do trains your system. From the time that you wake up, right, to the time that you go to sleep. Everything that you do throughout the day matters, right? When you are living in a purposeful way, okay, you're doing purposeful things, but chasing a purpose in an unpurposeful way, that is not productive. This guy was talking about a cyclical nature. A cyclical nature is something that is recurring. Life is cyclical. It goes in a circle, right? And he said that your purpose will always come back to you, right? Opportunities will always come to you. But the question is, are you going to take that opportunity when it comes, right? The circle is going to keep moving and keep moving and keep moving. And if you miss it, it's going to come back around. So basically what he was saying was no matter how hard you work in between the process and no matter how least you work in between the process, your opportunity will always be there. But I believe that not to be true. Because if the opportunity always came around, wouldn't everybody make progression? Right? If the opportunity always came around, what that means is that I don't have to put work in between. I can just be here and just live life. But what I think he meant to say and what I would like to add on to his theory is, yes, life is cyclical. Yes, opportunities come around, but the work in between is what matters, right? While your chance is not coming up, I want you to keep working, bro. I want you to keep working because this circle, my finger is me going, and this is me trying to catch up, right? I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. And eventually it's going to be my turn and it's going to be my time. All that work that I did in between, the sweat, the tears, the studying, the questions, the losses, the wins, I am prepared for this opportunity and I'm going to grasp it. And I'm about to take off. I'm elevating. And this one opportunity is setting me up for the next and the next. And this is why that purpose is what you should not be chasing. It should be the opposite, right? That peace, right? When you find peace within the work that you do, you have found what it is you should be doing. If you're miserable through a process, right? And then once you reach this purpose that you've been trying to find, you know you didn't want to do this. You know this is something that didn't give you that energy when you woke up, right? Didn't give you that hatred when you went to sleep, right? Because I know like it be them things that you love. And when you go to sleep, you like, dang, man, I wish I can stay up just a little bit later so I can get a little bit more done. When you have that feeling, okay, now you have found what it is that you should be doing, right? Do you go to sleep happy? Do you wake up blissfully? Throughout the day, do you think on it like do you think about it like it's on your mind 24/7 like that girl? Right? Is this something that you choose over family? Is it something that you choose, right, that you can be okay without, right? Do you have a healthy relationship with this thing that you love? Not a platonic, not a toxic, but a healthy relationship that is built in values, that is built on love. Just exist. You don't need purpose to be powerful, but you do need peace to stay there. And then be still, be smart. And when that opportunity comes again, because it will, you won't just catch it. You'll be ready to run with it. My name is Marshawn Robinson. I am a communications major at the University of Ripon College. And everything that I do, every word that I speak, is to try to help you. I love you. You have a beautiful day. We out. Deuces.